Erev Shabbat Shalom Rabotai. We are continuing with our Mishna Yomi, Masechet Nedarim. We are up to Perik Yud Aleph, Mishnah Gimel. Today's Mishnayot should be Leilun Nishmat, Neria ben Svetlana, Ranbai, Eliyahu ben Burcha, Israelov, Chana bat Miriam, and Sason ben Raya, Menuchatam began Eden, Amen, and Avdi ben Chaim lechaim v'derefua shelemav Daniel Shalom ben Rosa, betoch Shah Cholei Israel. The Mishnah gives another example of a neder that causes only minor discomfort. Konam sheni nehne labriot. If a woman says konam that I shall not benefit from other people, and her husband or father cannot cancel this neder, since other people does not include him, she can still benefit from him, and her neder causes her only minor discomfort. In addition, if she is poor, she can benefit from the leket shicha and pe'ah, portions left for the poor that are found in the fields of other people. When a person harvests his crop, the Torah requires him to leave certain parts for the poor to take. If he drops one or two stalks of grain while harvesting, he must leave them for the poor. This is known as leket. If he forgets one or two bundles of grain in the field, he must leave them for the poor. This is known as shicha. In addition, he must leave an edge of the field and harvest it for the poor to collect. This is called pe'ah. Although she may not benefit from the field's owner, the Torah grants these portions to the poor. The Torah removes these portions from the ownership of the landowner and makes them available for each poor person to take as much as he wants. And so taking them is not considered benefiting from the field's owner. This is another reason why her neder causes her only minor discomfort. This Mishnah follows Rabbi Yossi, who holds that minor discomfort is not considered personal suffering. Now, having learned that a poor person may take leket shicha and pe'ah left by landowners from whom he may not benefit, the Mishnah now discusses whether Kohanim and Levim may take tiruma and maaser, the portions of produce that are given to them from people that they may not benefit from. Now, produce that grows in Eretz Yisrael is prohibited until several portions are separated from it. The first portion that must be separated is tirumah. The standard amount is 1/50 of the crop, which must be given to a Kohen. The next portion is maaser rishon, 1/10 of what remains, which must be given to a Levi. Konam, Kohanim, Ulevim, Le'anim li. If a person says that which Kohanim and Levim benefit from me as Konam, which makes his property forbidden to all Kohanim and Levim, Yidlu al kocho, they may nevertheless take tirumah and myself from him against his will, meaning once the owner separates these portions from his produce, any Kohen or Levi may take it, can take them. Since the Torah grants tirumah and maaser to the Kohanim and Levim, a Kohen or Levi who takes them is simply taking what is his and not benefiting from the owner's property. Kohanim elu Levim elu nenim li. However, if a person directs his neder at specific Kohanim and Levim, that which these Kohanim and Levim and these Levim benefit from me is Konam. So he says these Kohanim and these Levim, Yitlu Acherim, other Kohanim and Levim may take his tirumah and maaser, but the specified Kohanim and Levim may not. In this case, the owner still has some degree of ownership over the tirumah and maaser. Although the Torah automatically grants tirumah and maaser to the Kohanim and Levim, the owner usually has the right to choose which Kohen or Levi to give them to. This right gives him a small degree of ownership over the tirumah and maaser. Therefore, Kohen or Levi who is specifically forbidden to benefit from anything belonging to a certain person may not take that person's tirumah and maaser. In the previous case, however, the person prohibited all Kohanim and Levim to benefit from him. Since this makes it impossible for him to give out his tirumah and maaser, it is as though he gave up his right to distribute them, and the result is that he has no ownership at all in these portions, and any Kohen or Levi can take them. So you see the difference between the two cases. But again, if he specified these Kohanim and these Levim, other Kohanim and Levim may take his tirumah and maaser, but the specified Kohanim and Levim may not. In this case, the owner still has some degree of ownership over the tirumah and maaser. Therefore, the Kohanim and Levim who take them are benefiting from his property. And that is end of Mishnah Gimel. Mishnah Daled continues. Konam sheni osal pi abba. If a married woman says, Konam, I shall not do any work from my father's mouth, meaning she forbids her father to benefit from anything she makes, of any money she earns, val pi avicha, or if she says to her husband, I shall not do any work for your father's mouth, val pi achi, val pi achicha, or I shall not do any work for my brother's mouth, or I shall not do any work for your brother's mouth. Enu yechol afer, in all these cases, her husband cannot cancel her neder because it causes her no personal suffering and does not hurt her relationship with him. Now Mishnah cites a dispute about a similar kind of neder. Sheni osa Al picha, if a woman says to her husband, Konam, that I shall not do any work for your mouth, meaning she forbids him to benefit from anything she makes or from any money she earns, and he does not need to cancel the neder because it is automatically void. Since a wife is obligated to do certain work for her husband and to give him her earnings, she does not have the power to prohibit him from taking those benefits. A woman is obligated to give her husband her earnings in exchange for his obligation to support her, as it says in Ketubot, page 58b. Since he is legally entitled to these earnings, she does not have the power to make a neder forbidding him from taking them. Rabbi Akiva Omer, but Rabbi Akiva says, Yafer, he can cancel it. Shema ta'adif alav yutar min ha'ra'ui, because she might earn more than what he deserves based on her obligation to him. A wife is obligated to do only a certain amount of work for her husband, as it says in Mishnayot, Masechet Ketubot, chapter 5, Mishnah 9. Rabbi Akiva holds that if she works more than that amount, she does not have to give her husband the extra earnings. Since she is not obligated to give him that extra amount, her neder would forbid him to benefit from it, which would hurt their relationship. It would be impossible for the husband to avoid taking money from the earnings to which he is entitled with her extra earnings, and this will lead to arguments. Therefore, he can cancel the neder. Now, the Tana Kama, who says that there is no need for the husband to cancel the neder, holds that a wife is obligated to give her husband all of her earnings. Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri Omer, and Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri says, Yafer, he can cancel it for a different reason. Shema Yigal Shena, he might divorce her, at which time her neder would take effect, with the result that he will not be able to benefit from anything she makes or earns, and she will be forbidden to him, meaning he will not be allowed to remarry her because he could not avoid benefiting from her work. If he divorces her, she is no longer obligated to do any work for him or give him her earnings, so her neder would take effect at that time. Once a neder takes effect, it would forbid him from benefiting from her even upon remarriage, since there is no way he could avoid benefiting from her or other household work, from her cooking or other household work. He will be unable to remarry her. Since her neder could hurt their relationship in the future by forbidding him from remarrying her, he can cancel it even now. The Tana Kama, however, disagrees. He holds that since a neder cannot take effect now, it is void and will not take effect even if she gets divorced. And the Rab does tell us, the halacha Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri, the halacha follows the opinion of Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri. And that is an abotai of today's Mishna Yomi. Everybody should have an Erev Shabbat Shalom. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen v'amen.